Hey guys, Big Rat 310. This is going to be one of the videos that I made, that I'm making now, and you guys probably won't see it till next week, like June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd. Those days is when you'll see these vids. This video is, would Brock Lesnar have been in John Cena's spot now if he hadn't left or sued the WWE? And I asked this because I remember the Raw, I remember people talking about how the Hall of Fame, which people didn't talk about on YouTube, but I saw it on a No DQ article like a day ago, where Stone Cold Steve Austin, at the end of the show, if you guys saw it, gave a beer to John Cena. I know I noticed it. And a lot of people say that was the passing of the torch. And I also noticed, I remember at the Raw 10th anniversary show, and coincidentally it was on Botchamania. Yeah, I'm making this video, I think, Saturday. Coincidentally, this was on Botchamania. And it just reminded me again that Brock Lesnar was the one that announced Stone Cold Steve Austin to be the superstar of the decade. Don't forget, Brock Lesnar was their guy by January 2003. And I'm asking, will Brock Lesnar have been John Cena if he had never left the WWE? That is my question. It's partially true. Yeah. But all in all, I think the answer is yes, I do. I do think that, let's see, was Brock Lesnar built? Big John Cena, Vince McMahon loves those guys, yes. Did Brock Lesnar have talent? I thought he did. Was Brock Lesnar a good amateur wrestler? Yes. Was he good on the mic? Can't really say. He was only in the WWE for 2 years, come on. When he was a heel, his promos weren't that bad. When he was a face, I didn't really notice. He was a face for a very short time. I think he was a face from November. Actually, no, he turned face with the Hell in a Cell match with The Undertaker. That turned him face because of the respect he gained. From October to, I think, July, he was a face. But from April to October, heel. And from July of the next year to April of the next year, heel. And champion, might I add. Okay, but yes, he was a 3-time champion in 2 fucking years. That is impressive. John Cena, right now, is I want to say 5. Could be, I think that's right. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. John Cena was a 5-time world champion in 4 years. Brock Lesnar was a 3-time world champion in 2 years. In John Cena's first 2 years in the WWE, he was a jobber. Well, that's also tough to say. Did John Cena start? Yeah, F it. I'm going to say late. In John Cena's first 2 years, all he had was the U.S. title. In Brock Lesnar's first 2 years, he had a 3-time WWE championship on his hands. So that kind of tells you something. Was Brock Lesnar over? Yes. Even when he was a heel, when he first turned heel, there were some "We Want Brock" chants. But after I think SummerSlam, see that's what turned him. That's what officially got him heel heat. At SummerSlam when he tapped out, and you know how the fans love to say, "You tapped out, you tapped out." When they saw Brock tap, they said, "You tapped out," and then I guess they just clung onto not liking Brock very much. So Brock had the talent, Brock had the build, so yeah, he could have easily have been the next John Cena. Now here's my next question. Well, let's see. If Brock Lesnar, let me continue. What would have happened with Brock? Let's see. After WrestleMania, I see Rock taking the title from Eddie. Yeah, and not taking the title. They would fight a few months. I definitely 100% agree with this statement I'm about to make. If Brock Lesnar didn't leave the WWE, JBL would have never been champion. Never. Because all the WWE had on SmackDown as their main guys at that point were, I'm trying to remember, Eddie Guerrero, Big Show, The Undertaker, and they had to give them Booker T. So those 4 guys, that's it. John Cena wasn't a main eventer. No, he wasn't. Just because I didn't buy him as one. Just because he was in in matches with like Chris Benoit and stuff. That doesn't mean he wasn't a main eventer until 05. Easily. I can easily say that. So yeah, there were 4 guys on SmackDown. 4. That's not enough to hold off the brand. So they needed to turn a mid-carder into a main eventer, and JBL was lucky. I don't know why they chose JBL. Honestly, you could. What if they chose Farouk? What if they made Farouk this big star? Well, let's say, I don't know what the story is. Did Farouk want to retire or something? I don't know. Let's say Farouk was the big star. That shit would have been cool. Because JBL's title run wasn't bad. He wasn't a very good wrestler, but come on. The Armageddon match that year was very good. The last run match with The Undertaker was very good. The cage match with Eddie was very good. The bull rope match was very good. Even the Judgment Day match, which I just saw on the Eddie Guerrero DVD, that was very good. SummerSlam with The Undertaker, I don't really remember. Survivor Series, I think I've seen it recently. It wasn't bad. It was alright. So, and the Royal Rumble and No Way Out the next year, there were good matches. So, JBL was Kurt Angle on SmackDown then. Yeah. Sorry, 5 main guys. But Kurt Angle became general manager for a big time, so you still only had 4. So his match with Kurt Angle was good too. So you have 4 guys. That's not enough to earn promotion. JBL got the push. Now, here's my question. If Brock probably could have, maybe Eddie would have had a longer title reign, because I thought that was unfair. He really only fought 2 guys, Kurt Angle and JBL. He should have had a much longer reign. Rest in peace. Maybe he could have had a few with Brock. I guarantee you Eddie could have held that title for a long time. I'd probably drop it to Brock. Here's my question I've been trying to say for like 3 minutes now. Where would John Cena be right now? Would he have won at WrestleMania 2005? It could have been a John Cena versus Brock Lesnar match, but no, I can't see a John Cena Brock Lesnar match at WrestleMania 21, not 25, the 21. Would he be in the main event? I'd have to say yes, just because of kind of how 2004 ended. But still, like, you know, would he be the top guy? No, Brock would be. No doubts in my mind, Brock would be the top guy. We could have seen. I'm trying to think where John Cena would be right now. I don't want to say Batista's spot. I actually think he might be lower than that, because Batista's a pretty big deal. So I'm gonna have to say somewhere along the lines of let's say Jericho? No. Jericho, but maybe. That's a maybe. Like a guy that I guess had the world title, but he doesn't really like right now going after the Intercontinental title. I can see him in that position. I can also see John Cena turning heel again. If it wasn't for Brock Lesnar, John Cena would be heel again. I promise that. The Chain Gang, War of Life, basic thugonomics. That stuff was pretty cool. I actually liked the John Cena back then. So, yeah, John Cena probably would have turned heel. He definitely would have been their top guy. Brock would be. But we get better matches. People bitched about John Cena's title reign. I found some problems with it. I found some okay stuff. I mean, come on, it's a 2-month feud with Khali. I could have definitely done without that. That shit was horrible. And then Khali was basically in the world title picture from May till September. Big mistake. That's why most people didn't like 2007. Because of that month from May to September, you have Khali in the world title picture. Don't do that ever. Okay, so John Cena, don't worry, there's nothing on the screen. The screen is blank, so please don't criticize me for no glasses. So, yeah, John Cena could have had a few heel turns, and Brock's title reign might have been in 2007. I don't think John Cena would have had the strap for a year. I guarantee they would have probably given it to Brock. Will the match have been better? Let's see. Let's say Brock had to go through the same opponents. Let's say, where the fuck are my glasses? Oh, let's say Brock Lesnar versus Umaga. Let's start from Brock Lesnar versus Edge. That stuff would have been awesome. Brock Lesnar versus Edge. Brock Lesnar versus RVD. We already saw some good stuff out of that. Brock Lesnar versus Jericho. We could have saw some good stuff out of that. Brock Lesnar versus JBL. Cena and Cyclone match with JBL is one of Cena's best matches of all time. I can agree with that. I don't know if Brock could have pulled it off. I don't think Brock's not really like a hardcore guy. His song with the Undertaker was very good, but kind of hard for me to buy him. Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle. We could have seen that reinvigorated. Brock Lesnar versus HBK. Oh my God, I would have loved to have seen that match. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. That could have been great. Brock Lesnar versus Orton. Brock Lesnar. So many possibilities that they could have done. Damn shame. But guess John Cena's our guy right now. Would we have wanted Brock now? Honestly, Brock's in UFC and he's making a much bigger name for himself than he would have if he's in WWE. I love Brock. I've always loved Brock. He's the main reason why I'm probably going to get the UFC game. I really missed him. I grew up. When I started watching wrestling, Brock Lesnar was the champion. So, yeah, he was always a big time for me. And, yeah, I guess that's it. I'm Big Rat. 3, 10. Vote your favorite YouTube shooter, Q&A, and send me a message with all the movies you've seen this year. I'm out. Peace.